Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fortuna Flow, your YouTube channel that talks about investments and investing. If you like that topic, please subscribe, give it a like, and stay with me. We're going to talk about the dollar and what the dollar is doing, as you can see. We're going to talk about crypto, and we're going to be talking about some major news, including what's happening with interest rates and what's about to happen with interest rates and some interesting charts about Bitcoin that you may want to see. So starting with the dollar is shooting up today. It's at 113. The highest it's been is 114, so it's not that far from it. For the last year or so, it's been just going up, 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 up. And that really hurts all of the markets because it means that it costs more for anybody from any other country to purchase goods or sell goods when it comes to the dollar, right? It hurts all of the other currencies. And what's triggering the dollar to do this? Mainly the fact that the economy in the United States is pretty good compared to countries like Japan, China, Russia, Brazil, a lot of other countries where they have inflation skyrocketing. We do have a high inflation print, and in fact, we got the numbers this week of 8.2. The markets sold off and rebounded back up, and now we're kind of back to where we were before. But they reacted negatively because the print they were expecting was 8.1 and we got 8.2. Go figure, right? Not even as bad as what you would have expected. But that's negative. In general, it's positive, right? We picked a 9.1 and we are going down, down, down. Hopefully, the Feds are not as hawkish on the next Fed meeting that's coming up. And when is the next Fed meetings for interest? They're set to meet on November, where is it here? The first week of November, I think it is, right before election, I believe. So that's when they're set to meet. So let's take a look at that real quick. And the market is expecting that they're going to increase interest rates by 0.75%, November 2nd. They're expecting that they're going to increase the interest rate by 0.75%. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that they're probably going to have to pivot and go back down because they are hurting. They're hurting everything right now, right? So, and the United Nations and the globe, the entire International Monetary Forum, IMF, they've been saying stop increasing interest rates because it's hurting all of the other countries. And it is true. It is hurting all of the other countries and all of the other economies, and we're all connected in this, all right? But that said, what are we going to do, right? Are we going to continue to print money? Are we going to continue to make people broke with interest rates? We'll see. We have probably the most important person right now when it comes to money is the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell. So we'll see what they're going to do. But other than that, a couple things on the market. So we've gone down substantially. On the market cap, we were about 1 trillion. Now we're 914 billion. So we've lost quite a bit. About 80 or 90 billion dollars have been just wiped out of the market. And as you can see, you can notice it. So throughout the last 7 days, we've been on the red. But you know how typically October is a positive month. We're halfway through. And we're barely down with Bitcoin, 1.7%. That's barely anything, right? So we still have a chance. We still have an opportunity to rebound back. We still have a chance to prepare for some sort of midterm election rally or Santa rally. We may be able to do that compared to last year, where we have almost a 40% pump. We'll see what happens. But today, overall, most of our coins that we like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic, Solana, are all in the red. And then there's other coins like Quantum, which I don't know much about Quantum, by the way. But Quant is doing pretty well. It's 8% up in the day. Elgaran, it's 5%. Elrond, I mean, it's 5% in the day. So there are a couple coins are, interestingly enough, doing well. Zcash is doing pretty well for today, right? So looking at what else do we have going on? Oh, something really interesting that I wanted to show to you is the Fear and Greed Index. So that measures how fearful we are in the market, and we are at extreme fear. Now, if you were to buy extreme fear every time that happened, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 opportunities for extreme fear right now since 2018. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So a lot of us got into Bitcoin. I got into Bitcoin when we were going up, 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 right? So that was the hype. But now we have an opportunity to, there's only four chances that we've had, since 2018 on extreme fear. We are in extreme fear right now. And I would argue that those that buy now will not regret it. No financial advice, but will not regret it. All right. So also looking at the Bitcoin rainbow. So the blue is a fire sale. And as you can see, we've touched that just a couple of times. So we are one time here. We didn't really get there, but here we got again into that. We kind of almost got there, but didn't get into that. And boom, we've been on that golden fire sale location only 4 times, basically 4 times in Bitcoin's history. So one could argue that this is the 4th best buying opportunity of the history of Bitcoin. Just looking at the charts, that's what it looks like. No financial advice, never, but that's literally what the charts are telling us. So looking at each one of the charts right now, so it's a weekend. Weekends are very the quality that weekends have the most is that they have a low volume. You can see it right here. That's the volume. Because markets aren't open, institutions, investors aren't buying or selling anything during the weekends. It's just basically retail investors. So we've been selling off. This is Ethereum right now, and we've sold off substantially. But remember, when we got the CPI data, we sold off about 7%, and we rebounded back about 10%, and now we're back up about 5%. So we're almost recovering what we sold, last week. But we are now in this sort of low volume pattern. There's not much to do. So that's for Ethereum, 1278. We're holding 1272 as support right now, or so 1278 as support, which is our area that we've touched as support before. So it is promising right now that we may hold it as support for a little while. Solana, for the first time in a while, actually broke through the 30. It broke through the 30, which is something that it hasn't done in a while, since June. Actually, guys, since June, Solana hadn't been breaking below the 30, and he did that. So it's concerning. Now, why? Well, they attribute these to the fact that there was some sort of hack to the Mango exchange, which is the centralized DeFi exchange, where the hacker actually thinks, and it's based on Solana, but Solana wasn't necessarily hacked. What was hacked was the token, the article that they use for pricing. So one of the most popular, just so you know, is Chainlink, which is the one that most exchanges use, and it just tells the price of the token, right? It's all synchronized across the network. So that one wasn't showing accurate prices, and the hacker basically just bought, sold, exchange all the way through and took advantage of that. They returned some of the money. Some of the money was returned, about 67 million in tokens. And the person that did it thought that they weren't doing anything wrong, which I don't think they did, honestly. Price wasn't being shown correctly. That's another problem. They picked it up and they just sold and bought a bunch of coins all the way through. So That's one of the reasons why Solana also sold off a little bit. But the thing is, people don't understand, it wasn't that Solana got hacked. It was that the oracle that was used for the Mango exchange was basically exploited and utilized. So that's that. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, again, is doing the same thing. Like, I mean, honestly, you can look at the charts. They pretty much look exactly the same. You know, they pretty much look like literally, look, Solana, boom. Ethereum, boom. Bitcoin, boom. They're pretty much all the same, right? So Bitcoin is holding at that, you know, it's 19,000 very strongly, guys. Look, we've been holding on the 19,000 for quite some time. Look. We were holding there. We're now holding it back again here. We've been holding that 19,000 non-stop, which is very positive. It's very positive. Again, people are realizing that we are on this blue area right here and that we are extreme fear. And Warren Buffett said it. Be greedy when everybody's being fearful. Be fearful when everybody's being greedy. And you can comment on the comments below. What do you think I am doing right now? No financial advice, but these are facts. I wish I got into the market during those times. I didn't have that chance. Now I'm having the opportunity of my lifetime, and I'm going to take advantage of it. I am literally going to take advantage. All right. So how is Ethereum Classic doing? Well, Ethereum Classic did get destroyed among all of the other coins that I love. It really got destroyed. Now, I didn't have a whole lot of holdings on Ethereum Classic. I kept recycling from Ethereum and Solana into Ethereum Classic, and it really felt like catching a fowling knife. Like, I kept buying and it just kept dipping. I was not expecting any 20s pricing. I was not expecting that. But guess what? If I was waiting for that price, I would have gotten a 16% return. And even right now, I would have gotten about 11% return. But you don't know the future, right? So now I am good with what I have at these levels. I am pretty good with what I have. And again, you know, just waiting for what's going to happen. We have not much coming up, guys, news-wise. We have not much coming up. We're going to have, again, the Fed meeting coming up. It will be in November. And the market's already expecting the worst. So it cannot get any worse than that. You know, overall, we are as oversold as we have been. That's why we've been bought up. Ethereum Classic hash rate's pretty high still, 145. Not much going on overall. I said that Grayscale is about to sell. They're preparing to sell some other coins. What else? Again, we barely are negative. I mean, this is really nothing compared to the typical bloodbath that we see, right? So that's not going to cause any liquidation. That's not going to cause anything. So everybody's just a standstill, waiting to see what's going to happen. And the dollar is just shooting up. So hopefully we form some sort of double top and we revert down, and that's going to help. Other than that, guys, thank you everybody for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. Stay strong. Again, Darwin Fortuna here. I am a licensed architect that happens to invest in crypto, stocks, properties, and all kinds of things. Thank you. Bye.